And you know this Mandera thing, people are joking. This Mandera thing, people are thinking it is just affecting the people of Mandera there. Oh, Mandera people, nini, nini. Number one, when Mandera has been, the way it is being encroached to Meipeana or whatever is happening, suddenly now it is not Kenya, right? You think Museveni is just sitting in a corner sipping champagne?
Strategize.
My friend Migingo is gone before you sneeze like this, gone. You think all the other neighbors who have wanted a piece of this country are just sitting pretty? And whatever is happening in Mandera, don't think it doesn't affect you. It affects you because our passport is getting weaker. Guys who don't understand what is happening is all those people who are being allowed to do whatever it is they're doing in Mandera and coming in, and all these passports that they are being given at 24-hour passport and citizenship and IDs and whatever is happening in Northeastern. The international community no longer know if you're a Kenyan or a South Sudanese or a Sudanese or a Somali or an Ethiopian. We just know you have a Kenyan document, but are you really Kenyan? So because people are understanding our borders have been perforated and all this manner of people are passing and getting documentation from Kenya, our passport is weakening. And the moment your passport is weakening, it is not just an issue of you being banned to go to other countries. It is an issue of even do you belong to African Union? This one that we were fighting for, Raila, to be the chair. And when that happens, forget about now the logistics of entering and coming out. International trade is the next barrier that we are going to deal with. We have seen the US Senate is now investigating all these shenanigans. Why? Because NATO. When people are saying NATO doesn't affect me, let me tell you it affects you. Civil war doesn't start at tuamke leo tufanye civil war. It starts by the deterioration of independent institutions. You kill the police force, you kill the military, you kill independent institutions, you kill parliament, you kill, we are selling off Kenya Pipeline and all this independent. And then what do you remain with? You remain with a shell of a country. When you have a shell of a country, you are so vulnerable.
Why is the president not acting on the Mandela issue?
It's a question we need to ask him.
You think he doesn't know?
What do you mean he doesn't know? Me, I saw Rigiji on this chair in Wamunyoro telling us things. Even I was shocked. You know, there are things I know and then there are things I'm like, no wonder that day. I didn't know about that. But of course he knows. I have seen videos. Caroline Mtuku has posted on her, by the way, shout out to Caroline Mtuku, I follow you. She has posted on her Facebook stories all these videos of military activity of these Sudanese guys and whatever, doing whatever it is they're doing. A school has been captured and they're like, oh, by the way, screw you, you don't even need education. Hapo ndo tunakuja kufanya vitu zetu za kuenda kupigana Sudan. And you want to tell me that he doesn't know? The Mandera governor is in a corner hiding, doing a video, telling us that his county has been captured. And us guys are still sitting at Obina's show, sipping champagne. Let me tell you, civil war doesn't start at guys, venye mnasemanga Tuesday ni Tuesday ati mnaenda maandamano. Civil war doesn't start like that. Civil war starts how you weaken and completely destroy institutions to a point that by the time it starts Obina, we will be doing this show here and we can't leave this compound. And what baffles me is, and this is why people think women, when we are given leadership, we can't do anything. Our Minister of Defense is like, where is she? Put out a bloody statement. So you can tell us. Guys are saying that military people doing there na KDF hakuna kitu wanafanya. What do you have to say about that, Soipan? You're the minister. You know these things also, ukipewa usifikiri umepewa tizo unakaa pale utapigwa picha mkitembea pale na maskari mkionekana. My friend, a time comes when leadership calls for you to stand up and give a statement. So you have, as Kenyans, we have to be in a place where you speak up. And if you can't speak up, appreciate the one or two people who've come out to speak up. Because if you see all Mandela leaders quiet, if no one speaks, Mandela will be gone. They move to Marsabit. They move to what? By the time you know it, our borders have moved to here. By the time you know it, we're in civil war. By the time you know it, Obina, you can be saying I'm a Kenyan, whatever, lakini hata in Nigeria utaingia, watatuba, because now they know our country has been infiltrated by terrorists, by outsiders, by people who they can't verify. So we don't know if you have a Kenyan ID, if you really are Kenyan, or if you are all this manner of things that's happening out there.
We, mambo ni mingi.
Yeah, so I really hope that Kenyans, when they're listening to me, understand it's not even about me. And it's not even about Ruto. And it's not even about Rigathi. It's about understanding that when you see the images of Ukraine, the images of Congo, all these places that have been destabilized. And by the way, don't think we'll ever recover from civil war. We can never recover. Libya has never recovered. Libya has never recovered from civil war. What makes you think Kenya is special? These fights we're having with Tanzania that are mocking Tanzanians, they are in a far much better place than we are as a country right now. Suluhu can be all sorts of things, but she is making sure that shit is not happening in our country. So she's saying, no, this is Tanzania, these are our borders, this is our country. Why are we allowing these things to happen in Mandera?
Okay, another question, quick fire. Ilikuwa quick fire. Where?
Hiyo hata nimeshika nini mpaka nimesikia. Because if my father was alive, my father, you know, let me tell you. Hi. No, hii kitu by the way, nimesikia ni kama nikipata na mahali na president wetu nitamwambia bana, iko ifike hapo. Ilikuwa ifike mahali unatuuzia nchi. Ai bana, iko ifike hapo. Hizi vitu zote zingine tunaweza deal nazo, hata Adani tunaweza pigana hapo, lakini tuuzie nchi hivi tu tukiona hivi na macho.